Previously on our home renovation series, we finally finished the master bedroom install and install a lot of molding.
How did they do that? What the heck? That was like watching a, you know, like when you had those little things that you put underwater and they expand, like the little dinosaur things. What?
You can sit in my house. You're gonna guess at her house.
I'm getting to like the luscious, lovely type of
Wow. And he already made coffee. What's today's artwork? It looks like somebody standing on a cloud. For all y'all that don't know like I did, there's a difference between clear and white caulking. I bought so many of the clear ones and was wondering why the caulking wasn't showing up even after multiple layers, and it's because I chose clear and not white. Silly me. So those are returns. The last glue looked like a brownie. This glue looks like whipped cream or a meringue. Maybe we're just hungry.
Mix it.
This is our second 5-gallon bucket. Hopefully this one's better.
So do it at the edge of the tongue.
Oh, that's so satisfying. Wow, satisfying.
This is also a mini quest that we did not anticipate doing this morning. Classic David watched an 8-minute video on how to install a dishwasher, and now an hour later we have a dishwasher. Clean that area.
Yeah,
I feel like my mom.
cockroaches in here.
Oh, this is really funny. He's working, I promise.
Don't pull super hard, but just pull enough to this. Yeah, do the level.
Let's see what previous tenants' lives were like. A cat, a lot of ping pong balls, M&Ms, a Tide Pod, garlic.
How the heck do you get a Tide Pod behind the...
I don't know what that is, nor do I want to know. This is why you should take your knobs off.
And also that
Yeah, it's like not white anymore.
This is cleaner.
Well...
This is just too crazy. We've had this thing in the place, I don't know, I think since my mom first bought the unit, and it's been here, I think because it's an effort to get people to save more water. They'll send you these, there was 2 shower heads, and it has adjustable water settings, so like there's less flow of water. Anyways, this ended up being a no-go even though we did clean it. Still clean your shower heads, but we're planning to try using this one to see if the water comes out any better. But that's just crazy. Being resourceful, am I right? Oh, a lot stronger. Oh my, that's gonna be like bullets. Oh my gosh, wow. What a difference. I wanna feel it.
Yeah, but then...
This is our 4th trip to a home improvement store. We were at Home Depot and Lowe's this morning, and we're at Home Depot and Lowe's again. You might have a big picture item that you need to accomplish, but within that big picture, you might be pulled and distracted by 5, 6, 7 other things that completely detracts you from your main objective, your main priority item. They're all really important, very productive stuff to be doing. But the thing with home renovations is that if you need something to be fixed in order to accomplish or in order to do something, so for example, our main objective for this home renovation, the biggest objective, was to do hardwood flooring. But within that, we needed to fix the hood vent because it was broken. The prior microwave vent thing was broken. Then we needed to fix the dishwasher because it wasn't washing dishes well. And then we needed to fix the control board on the oven range or the range thing. All things that don't seem essential to hardwood flooring as you would think, but because we are also living out of the unit, these are all things that would make our quality of life while we're living in the unit a lot better.
Smaller hands.
Wow, this is like Tron. Wow.
I'm gonna take this one off too. But we also have to make sure it doesn't stick to the... What?
Wow. Bet you didn't know it was just a sticker.
With
Just
some
like
circuitry.
you. Burned. I didn't even realize.
It works!
Guess we'll do it for us. One that we don't use that often. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, hold it there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna...
Might not look different, but we have under cabinet lights. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, so that side controls that.
The same light switch.
Oh, I must have just thought that, because this throws me off the Arrow Garden.
Yeah.
Another thing is the dishwasher has been installed by David. I had no part in helping. I just handed him tools.
Help me pull it in and out a bunch of times.
Yeah. And he did all of the, oh, move this trash can out of the way. All of the plumbing.
It's a complete swap of everything.
Yep.
So we switched the pipe, and that was really clogged. Like it was disgusting.
It was nasty. It was molded noodles in there. And then we also did the control board. We showed that last night. And thanks, Mom, for cleaning the stovetop. Oh, and we also pulled out this range and cleaned behind it since we needed to we need to unplug it, is what I mean. And it's pretty nasty. So PSA for everyone that has an oven or any appliance really, any big appliance that you haven't moved in years, you should check behind it and clean. Now to give a shout out to what my dad did, he actually, okay, not just that light was what he did specifically, but he's changed like every single light in this place. And it's not just your typical standard LED light, like this one is out. And it's not just a simple switch of an LED light. It's something where he has to rewire it. So he has to change the ballast, the more technical term. What else did he do? He fixed this kitchen cabinet sink. Fix the sink's cabinet. Oh my gosh. Okay, take two. He fixed the sink's cabinet because it was misaligned. So like one would overlap over another and close, so it'd stay like this. It'd be like ajar the whole time. So he made it flush and closed it. What else did my dad do?
He added the stereo.
Oh yes, my favorite part. He installed the speaker and receiver, so now I can play music off of Bluetooth, and here are the speakers. I thrifted these speakers for 25 bucks at the thrift store, and then he kindly gave me one of his receivers, the Yamaha. I couldn't get the rust off of it, which I'll just have to live with, or get a power wash that is a little bit stronger. So that's what we're left with. This is the power washer we're using. Big shout out to Tanya and Wilson for letting us borrow it. I think all to say is when you're doing home renovations, you can never give yourself sole credit. There's a lot of hands and a lot of people that are helping you along the way, at least for us. We had a lot of help and a lot of people willing to devote their time. My mom has just been a cleaning machine, cleaning everything. So yeah, I really feel very grateful for everybody that has given time to us or lent us stuff or gave us little housewarming gifts. It's a time both stressful but also a time where you feel extremely loved. So, oh, and not to mention, this was something we did. One of the first things we did, we added curtains. This is just the IKEA, like the best-selling curtain with the curtain rod. The curtain rod's absolute crap. I don't suggest it, but it works for now. And my mom shined our rocker chair, our bentwood rocking chair. If you can tell, it looks so shiny over there. This is the mess you're not seeing is like all this. Another thing to consider when doing renovations is the time that you're going to start. Generally, these past few weeks of renovations, we've been starting around 10 a.m. and finishing or concluding around like 7 p.m. just to be very respectful of your neighbors because power tools are really loud and we're using them to do the install. So we start generally at 10 because it gives enough people time to wake up and not be awoken by our banging, and end around 7 because that's when everyone's usually sitting down for dinner, having family time, so we don't want to be interfering with that. Another just good thing to know. See my tripod for filming this time lapse. We are done with the room. Just kidding. I'm sorry, but I cannot present to you something that's ultra mega satisfying because the last sliver is just a little too big to fit the molding. Even the shoe molding can't cover it. So we're left with one sliver. One sad sliver. Yeah, so this is the board piece that I messed up early on in the install. I messed up because I had nailed the nails here and not in the channel here. So David's gonna salvage it. I thought it was gonna be a complete loss, but David is getting crafty. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Like I said from episode 1, we have just been resourceful. If there is anything that I'm really proud of is finding a use for things. Like when you're holding on to things, you might think to throw it away, but there's always a use case. You might not know when. Do I sound like a hoarder? It's very much paying off right now because everything you think you can throw away, you might have a use for it later down the line and save yourself a couple bucks, like the shower heads. Wow, that's awesome. Ta-da! David's always thinking on his feet. We filled the gap. For the closet, since we're working backward, which is not the usual case, you usually work that way, David ended up creating 2 spines. So typically this is how one piece looks, the groove, and then the tongue.
This is what the new one looks like. Tongue?
Tongue?
No other tongue.
Yeah, he did that. How nifty. And this way we can still staple it in through the channel here. So smart. This is how the attic looks.